Our sincerest apologies for that brief pause in transmission. It naturally occurred right as the lions got up and started moving, because Murphy works that way. So it looks like you'll be able to see the lions on the dam cam shortly. They've now spread out. They're moving towards that area where they had their failed buffalo hunt at the beginning of the afternoon before we got here. So what I think we're going to have to do... Oh, there's the weather. I'm going to give you a quick view. And then we're going to go... Oh, let's just hold on for a sec. Let's just double check. Make sure we know exactly where they're going. I think we're going to have to go around towards the dam itself. Pretty certain that's where they're going to pop out. Problem is there's quite a big space between there and where we'll be able to see them. Keep an eye on the dam camera for me. Let me know if there are any potential prey species around there. And keep an eye out for the lions as well. Okay, while we loop around and find out exactly where these lions are planning on going, let's send you back over to Miss McCurdy.
Right, we're just bumbling at the moment. I should probably put some lights on. It's not super dark yet. Not dark enough for me to use my spotlight, unfortunately. We'll just put the side lights on the car. I think we're going to bumble down towards Treehouse Dam. They're going to turn it all off because there's Impala. Excuse me, Impala, coming through. I think we'll just check again to make sure no one is going to drink there. Thank you for waiting. Thank you, Impala. Thank you for running away. Scaredy cats. It's a shame the wind must be terrifying them. Anyways, we also had a quick squiz at the buffalo from the other side of the drainage line. They've all sat down. Well, most of them have sat down. There's a couple still just grazing, a few bulls up and moving around, but everybody else is calling it quits for the evening. They're going to have a bit of a rest now. I wonder what the Nkuhuma's got. Not maybe a fright, but something that sort of tickled their fancy that made them jump up like that. I wonder. Maybe they smelled something, maybe they heard something. Probably heard something. Joshua, right, okay, you said. Where is the McCurdy herdie, or has Hosanna chowed them down? Are you from the Eastern Cape by any chance, Joshua? I feel like that's something that my friends would say, or some of them. But chowed, what Joshua meant by chowed was eaten. No, well, zebra's a little bit big for Hosanna, even though he thinks he's big enough to go after buffalo and things like that. He's really not. Baby buffalo will be okay. Good luck to him. But no, the zebra moved away. The lions, then Nkuhuma Pride got in there and tucked on a few of them. It was pretty hectic. We remember we saw one zebra. Shame, it was so terrible. It had half its skin on its belly hanging down on the ground, and then I think the hyenas got it in the end near Sydney's Dam. And yeah, that was kind of the last time I saw the McCurdy herdie. I'm pretty sure that herd has formed. Some have moved off. More mares have joined a stallion. I don't really know. But it was very difficult to keep tabs on those zebra, to be honest. There's so many of them out in this area. Right. Where are them animals? I think it's going to be difficult for us to try and find anything this evening. I'm getting my spotlight out. I have to dig for it. Where are you? Of course, everything is tangled on it. No, I can't use it. The spotlight's not working so well, so it's not that bright. I can see further with my eyes than the spotlight can shine, so I shall just keep using those. They're not very well. I wouldn't rely on them. Drive past leopards and things. Oh, exciting things. Now, I'm not sure which pan the lions are mobile towards, but Jamie will tell you.
They're on their way to Voyatelapan. I'm just trying to decide if they want to go for a drink or if they want to eat something. I know they want to eat something, but I don't know which is their priority yet. I'm just Both Tax and Aubrey are here as well. They've both moved up the drainage line. We've had to go around towards the dam. Should be able to see us on the dam camera. I see Aubrey's hedging bets up there. And Tax down here. I rate they're going to go have a drink. I agree. The thing is that they might stymie us completely and go totally in an unexpected direction. It's the problem with having to leave them to go through this area, is they might actually do something unexpected. Let's just stay here for now. At least then we're closer to get out again if we need to. Ooh, lots of buffalo around, or were. There they go. You can just see them up ahead. There's the spotlight. I had it a moment ago. There it is. There they are. Minamu, the answer to that is that no one necessarily takes the lead in a buffalo hunt. I've seen hunts be initiated by young lionesses. I've seen hunts being initiated by the older lionesses. There is no real leader. It just depends on who happens to be at the front and who happens to be in the best position. I think there is a degree of, or a role that experience plays, way in which they approach a buffalo hunt. Perhaps an older, more experienced female might take hold of the nose or take hold of a more dangerous position around the head or around the neck. But again, it doesn't necessarily, or it is never a rule. There is never one lioness that will always do the same thing. They're going to come right past us to the water. Lara Moore says those eyes are crazy. They are, aren't they? There is something haunting about the reflection of lions' eyes. Dave and I were actually just talking about it now. We were saying, imagine if you walk out of camp and into this entire pride in the dark. You would find yourself probably in need of a rapid, quick trouser change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, definitely. Oh! The wind is howling. Apparently you can see them approaching the dam cam. They're going to go and have a drink now. So you'll be able to watch them from that perspective while I make my way around. Mama, yes, Hosanna apparently has a kill in the drainage line, not far from where we were with these lions, but they're now moving in the opposite direction to them. So he has a kill. I don't know. I think his upset stomach has stopped him from eating it. Apparently it's another baby Inyala, and apparently it was almost impossible to see. The only way that we know this is because one of the trackers went to go and check. So William, who helps out with the tracking for Aubrey, went to go check, and he could see him in the drainage there. So we wouldn't have been able to get a vehicle in, unfortunately, but the lions have moved across in the opposite direction. Howling wind. Okay. Gonna be a bit of a bumpy ride here. I don't want to scare the lions. Hey, ladies. There's some very big holes there, Dave. Let's not go that way. I should really have my lights on. Okay, as we move around through the bumps and holes and navigate our way up to watch them drink, we'll be up there shortly. Let's send you across to Taylor for now.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We're just bumbling around at the moment. We're still bumbling. We've actually just been on a bumble this afternoon, but it's been a goodie because you got to see elephants. We got, please can I have that down just a little bit? I couldn't see afterwards. When I looked back in front, I was like, ooh, I almost shouted out shooting star, but then it wasn't. Just my eyes trying to recover, and of course I've picked up a stick. How is that even possible? The alarming rate at which these cars collect sticks, it's like there is a magnet attached under the car. Yeah. That's just ridiculous. I'm going to jump out and get it. Where is it? There definitely is a stick though. I don't know where it is. Oh well, I'll just drive for a little bit longer, maybe it comes out. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, we'll see. If it doesn't, then I'll have to get under the car. Didn't want to get dirty, my hands are already filthy. I think the stick might be gone now, maybe. Just our luck. Right, the Nkumas are now lapping away at Vuyatelapan.
This is a beautiful scene unfolding in front of us as our lions have made their way to the Vuyatelapan and are now quenching their thirst in preparation for the hunt ahead of them this evening. I'm going to try and stick with them a little bit into the darkness just to see where they go. I'm really hoping that they do have some success tonight because they could really use a meal. Where does Scoobit live? I've never actually, I mean, this was all before I arrived back on Djuma, but the little baby lapwing chick, he does live at this pan. Oh, hello, lions right next to me. And at this point we keep nice and still as they move along so that we don't frighten them. Don't look at my cameraman that way, madam. No, they're not. Don't worry, Dave, they're not looking at you. They're looking at something behind us, but they have stopped right up against our back bumper. Hello. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, it's been so long since I've had this experience. So special. So nice to have them right up next to us, moving along beside us, splitting on either side, and probably off in the direction of those buffalo that Taylor had. They're still really, really close behind you, Dave. Or have they gone? I can't see, but they're still there. Oh yes, so they are. There was one basically resting up against the side of the car. I chose... You good? Okay, cool. Dave's just letting me know they've moved away from him. Let's say you want to know how long a lion can go without eating. A fair amount of time, just as a human being can actually go for a fair amount of time without eating if forced to. The problem is that once they get to a certain point, it's a sort of a cut-off point. I'm trying to hold my hat on my head as well because the wind is threatening to take it off. There's a sort of a cusp where all of a sudden they just don't have the enough energy. Oh, there's a lion there. Is that a lion? Is that a log? I better turn my lights on. It's a log, not a lion. They just don't have the energy to actually catch themselves some food. So that's a long-winded way of saying after about a week, a lion starts to look really hungry. After about 3 weeks, they really start to struggle to hunt and feed themselves. Oh, no, stay, hat. I wouldn't be bothered normally, but my microphone sits in my hat and then you won't be able to hear a word I say. Which might be preferable, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to have a look and see where these lions head off to. You can see the tourists having an amazing time. The good news is that Steve is back up and running. Let's see whether he's had any success in staying with his.
Yes, well, we moved off from the two males that we were with. They were very flat, and we've now found another pride that was in the road, now moving towards an enormous herd of wildebeest. In the distance, I can hear the wildebeest calling, and I don't know who these are. We saw 3 individuals, possibly could be the Owino pride, I really don't know. Didn't get much of a look at them. Initially, I thought they were youngsters, the way they were playing. Let's just move up a little bit, see if we get another view. Very difficult area to go in on the left here. Grass is very long, there we go. 3 of them in the long grass, heading straight towards a herd of wildebeest. So not easy to see though. The grass they have just disappeared in. They're just over there. And there they go. A little bit too far off for the infrared light. And I wonder if you can hear what sounds like a raucous toads, but is in fact a herd of wildebeest in the distance, shouting their displeasure. Time of plenty for the predators in the Mara Triangle at the moment. And alas, those lions are headed off a little bit too far. Well, very good. Animals are plenty out here today. They're just materializing left, right and center. Okay, well, while we move off from these lions, let's go back down to McCurdy, who's bumbling around.
Good evening, everybody. Guess what we're doing? Bumbling. We're still on our way home now. It's cold, but I'm lazy to put my jacket on, and it's also wrapped up in the mic and the spotlight. So I've decided against putting my jacket on. I'll survive another 300, 400 meters before I'm home and nice and cozy. When I went back to camp, I went to go wash my hands after I fiddled under the hood of the car, and I saw that there was a fire being prepared. That means braai night. For those of you who don't know what a braai is, a braai, I should roll my R's and say it properly, a braai, B-R-A-A-I. It's a bizarre word for those of you that don't live in South Africa, but it means barbecue, essentially. We're having a barbecue tonight. But we make the best braais in the world, hey Seb? Oh, yeah. Meat doesn't taste like it tastes in South Africa when it's cooked on an open fire. Even the vegetables must have something to do with the wood that we're using. There you go. There's lots of different types of nice wood out here that you can use. And of course the best one, if you want hot coals and wood that burns for ages, is the leadwood tree. Hardekool is what it is in Afrikaans. So yeah, that's pretty good, but you don't often see much of it. Sometimes when the old trees have tipped over and fallen over and you get your hands on some of those logs, man, they'll burn forever. Better be in for the long haul. You're going to put one of those bad boys on the fire. Oh, I can have lights back again. Well, Carla, we have a mixture of carnivores and vegetarians in camp, and then also omnivores. So Conrad, for example, is the carnivore in camp. He doesn't eat any vegetables. He eats carbohydrates and meat. And then most of us are omnivores, and then we've got Alicia, who is the vegetarian representative in camp. And so yes, so we've got a nice spread. So we have a variety of things, from a lamb chop, we'll have steak, or maybe some rump. That would be quite nice. Boerewors, which is spiced beef sausage. Delicious speciality in South Africa. Normally it's got like coriander, but now they get so creative with all the things. Who knows what else will be on the fire? But right, enough talk about meat, or maybe it'll continue because the Nkumas are also hungry, and well, there's some steak just down the way.
I think that's definitely what they have on their minds. We are attempting to follow them. I think I may have made a grievous error. Hold on, I'm going to try and get us at least some last views for the end of the sunset safari, since we have Stuck with them the whole time. Ah, we got 90 seconds, Dave. I don't know if I can do this, Dave. There's a series of very big holes. There's a lion. I think this is a very bad idea. Okay. Hold on. What could possibly go wrong? There we go. I'm just gonna have to turn my lights off so we don't completely wreck it for everyone else. There we go. We've made it. We've managed to keep up with the lovely nkuhumas, and now they're leading us off into the darkness. Thank you everyone for joining us for this afternoon's sunset safari. It's been an absolute pleasure spending it with you, and I'm really glad that we got to catch up with the nkuhumas. Join us tomorrow to find out whether or not the hungry lions catch themselves a meal.